the man, the legend, Kevin Hart. Thanks for doing this.
How you doing, champ? How are you?
I'm doing well. It's such a pleasure to speak with you, especially for a project as hilarious as Die Hart 2, which is available on Roku as of March 31st. Kevin, what are you most excited for audiences to see from this action comedy film?
Just to see a continuation of the world we created grow, an expansion of what we done well, and the world of funny got funnier, and the action is more action packed. So I'm excited for the fans to see it, embrace it, love it. And for those that will watch part two that aren't aware of part one, to be able to go look at part one and get a little crash course on that one as well.
The world definitely grows upon the first one. Can you talk a bit about how it takes a new shape and form into the Die Hard 2?
I mean, look, in this one, I think it's about us saying, well, how do we put me back in an environment that is conducive to the world of hopeful action star like involvement? Well, in this one, it was about the pitch of a movie that I felt would take my career to the next level. And doing said pitch, it doesn't go my way, only to land me in a position later where somebody who wasn't involved in the pitch at all ended up taking me as hostage and then presenting me with the opportunity of a lifetime that seemed to be one, fulfilling my need to make said movie, make said film. But rather than it being that, it ended up being a hoax where somebody was actually trying to hurt me. Um, More importantly, I just get to be reactive. I get to react to the environment. I get to react to the world of crazy around me. And in reacting, I'm embracing action, doing action, which is pretty funny.
Speaking of the action, there's so many great scenes to go through, especially when you look at your sparring partner, people like John Cena. What was it
Yes.
like to work alongside a legend such as himself?
John Cena was great. We were very lucky to have him. An amazing talent. A star, a real star in today's time. His success is warranted, right? He's a tremendous athlete, a tremendous personality in the space of wrestling. So to mirror that and match that was a no-brainer.
What can you tell me about the preparation that went in before? Because in these scenes, you guys, you're both standing beside each other. I'm seeing two strong men, and when I look closely, it looks like maybe you're lifting more in the gym.
And this one, my size is no match, of course, for John Cena's. So I tried to just come in with a significant amount of personality. But there is moments in this movie where the alignment or jousting from he to I is one that I think the audience is going to run away with a lot of laughter with. And our fight scene is special. So I would say buckle up. Definitely some stuff that's coming your way that you're not gonna be prepared for, or ready, or expecting. I guess you could say you won't be expecting it, but I'm glad that we did it. I'm glad that we provided the world of laughter that we did as well.
Let's jump into that world of laughter because there's so many funny lines of, I'm sure, dialogue, but it appears that there may be lines of pure improvisation in the way that you guys are cussing in the most heated of moments, and it really punches that humor in. Can you tell me what it was like on set capturing that?
Well, this is where Ben Schwartz comes in, man. Ben did a great job of improving. Ben did a great job of amplifying the material, and as comics, both of us, making sure that we never were off story too far, or went down the rabbit hole too much. We always maintain a high level and understanding for punchlining, or putting a button to the periods that already had great sentences. It was just the small ads of all personality like things that can make the characters that much better. That's what we did. That's where our focus went.
There's also depth to the relationship between you and Ben Schwartz's character, specifically
Yes.
because he's your assistant in it. And as you guys are growing along in your relationship, your character's developing more and you start to value him more. And there comes these themes of teamwork. It takes a village, so to speak, directly from the movie. Can you tell me if that was an intentional thing that you guys were trying to build in the improv scenes, or was that all strictly through the script?
A lot of that stuff was in the script, right? That was more about the care between Ben being my assistant and myself, my character, my exaggerated version of myself. It was just putting the world that it was putting the world that we all were privy to, and that world being one of alignment and reason for Ben's character to come back for me. One, for me to worry if Ben is hurt or put in a position to be no more. That world of care had to be presented. If it wasn't presented, then how much would you really care that they care, right? You want the audience invested. So the best way to get them invested was to invest in our world of emotions.
Let's talk about some stunts that we see in it. So Ben has one specifically where it looks pretty dangerous, but a whoa moment. Looks like a lot of fun too. And then there's, of course, in the trailer, you can see that line, "Nice to beef ya," that opening fight scene. How difficult were those to capture behind the scenes?
I mean, look, difficult, of course they are, but that's where amazing stunt coordinators and a team of professional people come into play and help you. Um, Ben's stunt at the I believe we're going to the tail end of our story was pretty insane, right? We had a phenomenal stuntman on set on that day. Ben, you could say Ben can say what he want. That was scary. Although the stunt guy came in, Ben had to start that stunt off, and there were deep breaths every time. So, rightfully so. Glad that we had a amazing stuntman that made it look unbelievable. If it were me, I would have done the stunt. That's a different story. But Ben's not me. Ben stepped away and walked off.
Do you have a favorite moment from on set?
Favorite moment from on set was when we said cut. The actors did not rush to their trailers. We kind of stayed in the vicinity of one another and talked, right? Had great conversations. That's probably my favorite moment.
That mimics the themes within the actual series itself because it's about family, and then you build family while making the actual project.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's a synergy around it to the opportunities given. All things that Kevin is doing is all centered around the idea of family, progression for, and the opportunity at hand expanding into being more. But the quality time, the things that I'm jeopardizing for it are always my concerns. So incorporating the team, the manager, the agent, the license, that is something that can't be shunned at or looked down on as well.
Okay, and what would you say to Die Hart 3?
Bring it.
That's a great answer. To wrap it up here, a little off topic, but you have probably the best dance videos on Instagram. Are those choreographed or are those improv as well?
No, man, that's all raw talent. Giving it to you raw, real talent.
Very raw, very real. Everything you touch is gold. Kevin, thank you so much for your time. I'm Tim Kraft. This is